My best friend is a psychic. I know. But trust me, Daisy and her grandmother both have displayed this ability. I won't go into detail, but they both can predict events, contact spirits, and even read minds a little. I never knew that this would cause something that would consume our lives, and it's still happening. I need help. Daisy and I were sleeping over at Corinna's house in July of 2016. Corinna is our other best friend. She was downstairs while Daisy and I sat upstairs in her living room. Daisy was on the left side of the couch and I was on the right. It was about 3 a.m. and we were just flicking through the TV. We came across a ghost hunting show. The show we watched, I have yet to find again. I cannot find it online or anywhere. The title was simply under Paid Programming. There was a lady who was talking about how a demonic entity was wreaking havoc on a family. She went into a trance and began drawing what she said the demon looked like on a piece of paper. When she turned it towards the screen, all hell broke loose. The lights flickered and I remember being absolutely terrified. Daisy looked pale and she just whispered, "Well, let's go downstairs." We both headed towards the stairs, and when I was turning the corner to head down the second flight of stairs, she shoved me to the side. "Around it," Daisy ordered, pulling me around the inner corner of the stairway and hurrying me downstairs. She never specified what "it" was. When we got downstairs, Daisy was still pale and I was fully shaking. The picture shown is blank in my mind. I have no memory of what it looks like, and yet I know I saw the entire thing. "I don't want to scare you, but I think something just happened," Daisy whispered. She kept glancing at the stairs and it was freaking me out. "What the fuck do you mean?" Corinna hissed. She was aware of Daisy's abilities, we had known for a number of years. She was the most frightened by it. "We're okay, it's just a scare. We're okay," Daisy kept whispering. "It's just because I have the ability, I think. More sensitive, I guess." We explained the TV show to Corinna, and we went back upstairs to check it out. The TV was off. After swearing up and down that I hadn't turned it off, nor had Daisy, we were freaking out. After a couple minutes, we had calmed down. Daisy was sitting there, falling asleep sitting up. About 15 minutes before the TV incident, she was absolutely giddy, saying how she was staying up all night because she took a long nap during the day. "Daisy, you okay?" I asked her. She nodded slowly. "Just sleepy now. Let's go to bed." She yawned and was out like a light. Corinne and I looked at each other in bewilderment. This wasn't like Daisy at all. Still, we settled into our makeshift bed on the floor and tried to sleep. When we woke up, it was like a shock. I woke up to Corinna shaking me. Look, oh my God," she was yelling shrilly. I sat right up and looked around. Daisy's still sleeping where we left her, but slumped over on her side. But it wasn't her Corinna was looking at. All the blankets and pillows were piled into a corner in the farthest part of the room. All the wires from the TV were unplugged and laying freely on the floor. All of her phones were off the chargers and dead. I was speechless. We tried to wake Daisy, but she shooed us away, so we went downstairs. When we saw Corinna's younger brother Adam downstairs, a light clicked in my head. "Adam, why did you take our blankets?" I asked. Adam looked at me with questioning eyes. "What?" His genuine concern took me aback. "I wouldn't do that. I know Corinna doesn't sleep with pants on. You think I want to see that? You nasty." He walked away to his room. Corinna looked at me, confusion clear on her face. "Adam can't lie. He laughs or he gets that crease between his eyebrows because he's trying not to laugh. He's telling the truth." The rest of the day is kind of a blur. We concluded that Adam had gotten better at lying and just played a trick on us. Daisy woke up later and saw what happened, and she quickly agreed with the conclusion of it being Adam. We didn't talk about it again. Within the next 3 months, things only went downhill. Corinna would message us saying that the TV would turn on in the middle of the night. Her blankets would appear in the corner of her bedroom when she would wake up. The scariest was hearing the footsteps walking over our heads on the second floor, while her, Adam, and I ate lunch. I guess one day, Corinna had enough. She asked Daisy to cleanse her house, frantically pleading for her to do it soon. The only problem was, about a month after the incident, we had gotten closer with another girl, Bree. She didn't know about Daisy's ability yet, but she was a believer regardless. Daisy told us that Bree had to be there too, yet Bree had never stayed overnight at Corinna's yet. It was an odd request, but we went with it. The day came. Corinna's parents were at work. Adam was away with friends, and it left the four of us alone. We had told Bree what had happened, and she agreed to just stay quiet and pray when instructed to. Corinna and I agreed as well. We started by sitting in a circle and praying to God, as Daisy read a passage from the Bible. None of us are very religious as in going to church, but we were praying as if our life depended on it. All of a sudden, I started feeling very heavy. Bree suddenly spoke up first. "I feel like I'm being pushed down. What's going on?" she cried out. I was glad she had said something, as I too felt like someone was pushing on the back of my neck towards the floor. I was hoping if I ignored it, it would go away. "We need to sage now. Don't move," Daisy instructed. I have to hand it to her. She was fully ready, with a cross, a Bible, and the sage, already smoking and ready. We watched her sage each corner of the house and then all over the TV cabinet. She was quietly reciting Bible verses, and having us chant, "I am not scared. I am not scared." Then Daisy wanted to do a Tifli reading. I do not know the details of how it works, but what I saw, what we all saw, was chilling. At the bottom of the mug, the leaves had made an almost perfect image of a person. Its legs were unnaturally long, its arms stuck straight out to the sides. Davy screamed and threw the cup as if she had been burned. She washed the leaves down the drain. We all stood staring at the sink for a moment. "He's gone," Daisy finally spoke, and we all let out a sigh of relief. Then, Daisy was pushed from behind and fell forward, face planting onto the floor. I started screaming, I'll admit, as did Bree. Corinna pulled Daisy up and we ushered up into Corinna's bedroom. The rest of the day was doing activities that took our mind off of what had happened. Daisy assured us that he was gone, and Corinna could sleep peacefully. The cleaning happened in late October. Since then, Bree messages us, saying her dogs are looking at the wall, not moving, but growling. She explains that she always feels as though she is being watched. Last night we all got a message. Bree has a 5-year-old sister named Katie. Bree explained that Katie was in the basement and just started wailing. Bree, being a good older sister, ran downstairs to see Katie, standing in a corner, not crying, just wailing. After getting her to stop yelling, it was like a switch had flipped. Katie stopped yelling and turned to Bree. "There's red eyes in the dark, Bree. Always watching." Bree said that is when Katie started bawling and Bree took her upstairs. Daisy is heading over there today to figure out what is going on. I am so scared. What is happening?